Hello, my name is Renette Rumsa, and I am the Curator of Interpretation for the museum at the South Dakota State Historical Society in Pierre. Today, we're going to do our spring flower project, and I've shown you, here's the materials you're going to need to make this spring flower. You're going to need one coffee filter, two circles of paper that you can cut out of any paper you need. They're about 1.5 inches in diameter, 16 colored toothpicks, one drinking straw, and you're going to need a glue stick, and you're also going to need some crayons and a pair of scissors. Now, colored toothpicks are something that you can buy in some stores, but they're also very easy to make on your own. If you just buy regular toothpicks and some food coloring, put several drops of food coloring in a cup or in a dish with a little bit of water, put in as many toothpicks as you think will get soaked up well, mix them around a little bit, and then take them out, lay them out on a paper towel and let them dry. You're going to wind up with all the colors that you could possibly want for toothpicks. So let's get started on growing our flower. In the bag we're going to provide, those filters are going to come folded. But all you need to do to start is unfold that filter, and we're gonna color one side of it. I've already started on this filter here, you can see. I've started, and there's no one way to do this. You can do this however it suits you. I'm going to finish up this filter here by putting another line of green, and I think another line of pink. So I have a colorful back flower for my flower. So that's what you wind up with. We're going to set that aside for a minute and turn to our toothpicks. To work with the toothpicks, you take one of your circles, your glue stick, and you put glue all around the back of this. You want to be fairly generous with the glue. Don't skimp. And then you're going to take your toothpicks, and we're just going to lay them down with one end on the circle pointing towards the middle. And then we're going to take a couple more. I do this by breaking it up into 4 going one direction or 4 going around, and then just splitting with 2 down the center of those pieces, 2 more down the center of the others, and then adding 1 more toothpick in between all of those other ones. And then in the end, this one aside, this is what you're going to wind up with. Kind of a sun of toothpicks. Now to finish off this part of the flower, you take your other circle, you cover the back side of it with glue. Again, generously gluing here. You take that circle and you glue it right over the back, that side of those toothpicks. So what you're going to wind up with is a piece that looks like that. You've got a circle in the center and your flowers around the edge. Now we want to put this piece and this piece together. So let's turn back to our coffee filter, and I am going to refold my coffee filter with the colored side on the inside. It's just folded in quarters so that I have something that looks like this. I'm going to take my scissors and I am I'm going to make some cuts right up along from the outside of the edge of the filter in towards the center. But I'm not cutting all the way through. I'm leaving it whole right at that center mark. And I'm not being terribly fussy about how far my cuts go. If they're not all even, that's just fine. I'm just gonna cut. And then when you open up, you wind up with a few flowery petals. Let me show you that one more time. I'm going to take a colored coffee filter. I'm going to fold it into quarters. And then I'm going to take my scissors and just cut from the outside in to make some petals. You can have some big petals and some little petals. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to have my flower petals all the way around. Now I'm going to add my center with toothpicks. So I take this coffee filter that's been cut, lay it down, take my centerpiece, and again, a handy glue stick. I'm going to put glue all along one side of my toothpicks. Pick that up, that's the glued side, and lay it right down in the center of my coffee filter. Glue it down tight. Now, I have my flower. Now, no flower would be complete without a stem. That's what the drinking straw is for. So, you take your flower, you flip it over. Again, handy glue stick. Take the glue and run a lot of glue along one side of the straw. Oh, I'm going probably down about 2 inches. And just covering one side of this with glue. Plenty of glue on there. Then I'm going to take that gluey side and lay it right down in the center of my flower on the back. And I have my spring flower. You can do any color scheme you want. You can use whatever materials, colors work for you. You can do a spring garden with this material. Thank you.